Welcome to New York City here in Yankee Stadium as the 52 and 53 New York Yankees are going to be taking on the AL Central leading 57 and 48 Chicago White Sox. Mookie Betts, and I can't tell who that is. I think that's Gary Sanchez for the Yankees, posing right there for their respective teams. Pretty drowsy day in New York, and pitching for the Yankees will be their ace Luis Severino, who has a 10-6 record with a 3.45 ERA, 118 strikeouts. So he's having a pretty good season, nothing great, but he's pitching well for the Yankees. Leading off for the Sox is Yoan Moncada, the switch hitter, who has a 317 batting average on the year, and Severino will get him swinging to start off the game. After a 1-2-3 inning from Severino, we see the White Sox pitcher today, and that is going to be the recently acquired Chris Archer, making his White Sox debut. Of course, traded from the Tampa Bay Rays at the deadline, 7-5 record with a 2.5 ERA and 139 strikeouts. Hitting for the Yankees is going to be Gene Segura, who's struggling this year with a 2.19 batting average. That should get his batting average up. That one's high and deep, and it will almost go off the wall. Segura's fast, so expect him to make it to third. Betts is going to try to get it to third, but will not be in time. It's this speedy Gene Segura will get a triple. After Gary Sanchez was intentionally walked, Aaron Judge is up with 2 runners on the corners and 2 outs. That one does not look like it will be enough, as the left fielder Andrew Benintendi will catch it to end the inning. So a bit of a scare after a Gene Segura triple, but after one, the score will stay scoreless. Leading off the second inning for Chicago will be Matt Thaiss, who's having an excellent season, and his excellent season will continue. That's high, that's deep. You can put that one on the board, and the White Sox will score first off of a solo home run by the first baseman, Matt Thaiss, continuing his excellent campaign. The former first-round pick and Los Angeles Angels prospect, I believe part of the Jose Quintana deal, if I'm not mistaken, his 25th home run of the season, 420 feet, 420 blaze. Matt Thaiss is a weed smoker as he's going full 420. It's Marcell Ozuna, the former Miami Marlin, up, and a diving play by Segura, who had the triple earlier, and Ozuna will be thrown out at first. Next up for the Sox is the catcher Timothy Griffin, who's had an excellent past month or so, moving his average up from around 230 to about 260, and that should up his average as well. That one is gone, and this one is now 3-0. Timothy Griffin with a 2-run homer, scoring him as well as Nolan Arenado, who hit a single. Luis Severino is not liking this, and the White Sox extend their early lead. Count is 1-2 with 1 out, and a runner on for Socrates Britos. That one looks like it'll be a base hit, and it will. Bruce is going to try to head for third. The throw is not in time. And for the second straight inning, there are runners on the corners for New York. Count is full for Tony Kemp, the second baseman, as that one will be a grounder to Thaiss. Over to Anderson. Back to Thaiss. Not in time. That will be a fielder's choice for Tony Kemp, but he did score a runner, and it is now 3-1. Leading off the third inning will be Yoan Moncada, who struck out earlier in the game. Ooh, that one's going to hit him. That'll be an automatic walk. Hopefully that was not dirty by Luis Severino. Looked like it went off his thigh, sort of. So the White Sox will start off the inning with a base runner. Humberto Fuentes, who has a 283 batting average, is up with a 1-2 count. And Moncada on first, as that one will be a base hit down the line and fair. Fuentes headed for second. Moncada headed for third. Moncada is going to dig home, but that's not a good decision. Fuentes is now heading to third, so Moncada will be out, but Humberto Fuentes will get to third base. The Yankees aren't going with a good situation right now, with one of the best hitters in baseball up, and a runner on third, but Mookie Betts will strike out looking. He didn't like that pitch. Interesting call by the ump, but that's going to be a strikeout. Huge strikeout for the Yankees, but Matt Thaiss is up, who hit a home run last inning. Let's see if he can repeat what he did. That looks like it might be gone, and it is gone. Matt Thaiss' second home run of the game. It's going to be 5-1 White Sox scoring him, and Humberto Fuentes, Matt Thaiss, his second on the game. The first one was a solo home run. That one was a 2-run shot for 365 feet, so 55 feet less than the last. Chris Carter is up with Gary Sanchez being walked again. Just this time it wasn't intentional. And Chris Carter, you can say goodbye to that one. As Chris Carter with a home run, the 4th for either team today, I believe. I don't think the Yankees had any last inning. Yeah, no. As Chris Carter, I believe, is 19th on the year. And the score will now be 5-3. No pitching in this one, folks. What a great start for Chris Archer in his White Sox careers. Aaron Judge is now up. And Aaron Judge will continue the hit parade as he will get a single to left. Count is 1-2 for the former Cincinnati Red. And that'll be a strikeout as Bruce goes down swinging. Clint Frazier, who struck out earlier, is up. And he will not strike out, but this is probably worse than a strikeout for the Yankees. To third, to second, to third to end the inning. But not a huge inning in a good way for the White Sox, as Chris Carter had a 2-run home run, making it 5-3. Count is 2-2 for the former Marlin Marcell Ozuna, as Ozuna will go down swinging to start the 4th inning. Timothy Griffin is up, who hit a home run earlier in the game. Count is full. Arenado's on first. That'll be to second, to shortstop, to first. That'll be how the 4th inning ends. Quick one for the Yankees. Big inning from Severino. Count is 2-2 for Gene Segura. Pitch from Chris Archer. That was nowhere near a strike, but Segura still swinging anyway. Went in the dirt, so Griffin was able to throw it to first. So good inning for the White Sox, and the score remains 5-3. Humberto Fuentes is up with no one on and 2 outs with a 2-2 count. As that one is high, kind of deep, but not really. Will be caught by the left fielder. So after a not great 2nd and 3rd inning for Severino, he has pitched much better in the 4th and 5th innings, and the White Sox still have only 5. Unlike the Yankees, no one is in the White Sox bullpen yet, but Archer is nearing 80 pitches. This is actually number 80, and number 80 will be a Gary Sanchez home run, as it is now 5-4. The catcher who's been walked twice. He's been walked for good reason, clearly, as Gary Sanchez with a bomb. His 20th, I believe, on the season. Tyler Clippard will be checking in for Luis Severino. 5 innings. Severino allowed 5 runs. He pitched better as the game went along, but not a great start. Clippard, not a great season. 3-8 record with a 6.96 ERA. Clippard's first batter is Mookie Betts. The count is 3-2 for Betts, as that one will be... Oh, I almost nailed Clippard. It went right by him. Lucky for Clippard, but it will still be a Mookie Betts single. Matt Faes is up. He has 2 home runs so far on the game. Can he make it 3? Can he get the hat trick? That's definitely not going to be a hat trick, but he will almost make it to first. They're going to say he doesn't make it. That was awfully close. I don't know if I agree with that call. After checking the replay, it looked like Matt Faes was out, but just by maybe 100th or 2 of a second. As pitch for Benintendi, he will strike out swinging. The count is 0-2 for Marcell Ozuna, who's 0-2, coincidentally today. As the pitch from Clippard, he's going to be 1 for 3, as that'll be a single. Betts is going to try to head home. Maybe not the smartest call. And he's going to be thrown out. The second White Sox to be thrown out at home, as Moncada, I believe, was thrown out at home earlier too. So the score will remain 5-4. Count is 1-2 for Socrates Brito. Pitch from Chris Archer. And that one looks like it'll make Brito 2 for 3. And it will. That's going to be gap. And that'll start this inning off for the Yankees with a Socrates Brito double. Looks like Chris Archer might be starting to get tired. He's reached the 100 pitch mark. And when Tony Kemp is hitting home runs on you, there are some clear problems. Tony Kemp should not be hitting home runs on you. I don't think Archer's going to stay in the game after that. Tony Kemp hit just his first home run of the season, Chris Archer's day is done. And the bald and former LA Dodger, I believe, Adam Liberatore, is in 5-4 record, but he has a 3.12 ERA, and his average against righties is just 2.211, so he's a pretty good player. The White Sox offense continues to struggle, and they need to score if they want to win, as Anderson will get a single, keeping the inning alive. It is 2-2 for the 5'7" New York native Humberto Fuentes with 2 men on and 2 outs. And it looks like the inning will come to a close, as that will be caught by the left fielder, and the score remains 5-6. Count is 2-2 for Jay Bruce. Pitch from Liberatore. That'll be a strikeout as Adam Liberatore. 2 quick innings, very well pitched, and the 7th inning is now over. Still 6-5. The Yankees closer Aroldis Chapman, who's known for pitching very fast, is in the bullpen is Betts with a weak hit. Will he make it to first in time? He might, and he will. Rough day for Andrew Benintendi. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. That'll be strikeout number 3. He is the hat trick, and now there are 2 down. Kelvin Herrera, the former Royal and World Series champion, is on the mound pitching to Marcell Ozuna. I guess they wanted a righty-on-righty crime, and it definitely worked as Herrera got the Tony Kemp is up, who had a home run earlier in the game in his last at-bat, and that one won't be another one. 1-2 inning is both relievers so far for White Sox. Laboratory and Felipe Rivero have pitched very well as the score remains 5-6 headed into the final inning. Chapman is in to get his 31st save, and he's going to take on the back end of the White Sox lineup. But the White Sox hitters are by far the best in baseball, so it's not going to be easy pitching to Nolan Arenado, Timothy Griffin, or Tim Anderson. Arenado is starting off the 9th inning for the White Sox. Count is full. Pitch from Aroldis Chapman. And that'll be a base hit, so the White Sox will get a runner on. Arenado, good game from him. He is 3 for 4 so far. Timothy Griffin is 1 for 3 on the day as he hit a home run back in the 2nd inning. Arenado on first, count is 1-2. No outs, pitch for Griffin, and that'll be a 100-mile-an-hour fastball for a strikeout. The White Sox are down to their final out, and it is Yoan Moncada with Tim Anderson on first. The pitch, that one looks like it'll be a base hit, and it will, off the wall. Anderson is going to stay at third. The White Sox aren't going to risk it, so 2 runners in scoring position. He would have been safe if he'd gone home, but 2 runners in scoring position for Humberto Fuentes. Count is 3-1 for Fuentes. This is the game right here, this at bat pretty much. Pitch from Chapman, that'll be a base hit off of Tony Kemp. Anderson scores, and this one is tied up. Count is 1-2 for Mookie Betts with 2 runners on the corners. Pitch from Aroldis Chapman, and that'll be a strikeout, so we will head to the bottom of the 9th inning, where the score is tied 6-6. The first 2 Yankee batters were out, and now it's down to Gary Sanchez, who hit a home run earlier today, and that one doesn't look like it'll quite be a home run. Benintendi should be under it, And 2 great innings from Felipe Rivero, and we will be headed to a 10th inning. After Matt Fay started the 10th inning off with a base hit, his next 2 teammates struck out. Let's see if Nolan Arenado can get his 4th base hit of the game, and he will get that one by Tony Kemp. That one might be extra bases. It won't be for Arenado, but Fayes will make it to third base. New pitcher and 2 runners on the corners and 2 outs for Timothy Griffin. He's 1 for 4 with a homer and 2 strikeouts. And that will not be another strikeout. That one looks like it might have the distance, and it does. Timothy Griffin with his 2nd home run of the game. That'll be 3 runs, and the White Sox will take the lead. This new pitcher's first batter after Aroldis Chapman was taken out after about 40 pitches, and Timothy Griffin continues his hot streak. Roberto Osuna will enter the game for the White Sox. The White Sox bullpen has been really good, and Osuna trying to get his 31st save, which was what Aroldis Chapman was trying to do, and Chapman failed. It is 1-2 for Aaron Judge, pitch from Ozuna, and that'll be a strikeout, only 1 batter left. Jay Bruce is the final hope as the Yankees are down to their final strike now. Pitch from Ozuna, that'll be a grounder. Arenado with the shift, with the throw to first. That's how the game will end, and the White Sox will improve to 58 and 46, and the Yankees will go down to 52 and 44 as the White Sox win it 9-6 in 10 innings.